gas prices are about to go insane and we don't care. Ba-da-ba-ba.
Okay, so it is a white sauce. It's pasta al burro, that's what it is. Butter isn't white.
What's it called again?
Well, white sauce is cream, and that's the American style.
Did you say it's pasta al duro?
Al burro. Pasta al burro. Yep. That's what people with acid reflux eat.
They eat too much of it all the time.
Hey, welcome back to my cubicle. Yes, we're still here, and we're talking about, gas prices going insane. This has happened before. You may recall it was around 2008, and you can see that 2008 was a peak. It ended up being a peak in the price at that time, fortunately, and I could see people in the streets and at gas stations really stressing out over the gas. Literally people just throwing their hands up, slapping their cars in frustration because they couldn't afford to fill the tanks. And then they went back down, and here we are again. Gas prices, show the chart. You can see right here, we're right at the back at the same crest, only this time it's going higher than it did before. And there's no end in sight, but just as last time, we don't care. And it's not because we live abroad, because last time we were in USA. And this idea and this discussion in this video all goes back to the choices that we need to be making in life. And the thing is that it's times like these that makes people rethink the choices in their lives, and it makes people visit things that just made sense all along. That's the point of this video. All along it's made sense. We're just thankful that we realize these things at a yearly age. We're not the only ones, there are others. And you know, there are people in the FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early movement that do these kinds of things in order to save a lot of money and put it in investments and live off their money. But you know, we did it. You know, you can do it for that reason, but you can do it also for the lifestyle, or you can do it for both. It doesn't matter. Regardless of why you're doing it, it makes the most sense. And here's the thing, when something like this happens, it doesn't change your lifestyle. And so all along, we've been doing this ever since, you know, 30 years ago, embracing somewhat. We were just talking about this today on our way over here to the beach. And Angie asked me, how much gas did you put in the car? And I'm like, and I say, this is a month's amount of gas, and it's like, it was $25, but it just went down to $20. So $20 for a month in gas, while we're paying the gas price, the highest price that you've seen in a long time. And even though it's slightly, you know, and it's slightly over $4 a gallon here, and it's on its way up, it's creeping up also here. But we don't care, because we have designed our lifestyle in such a way as to not be needy of certain aspects of your life where the variables are outside of your control. We can't control the price of gas. And I was saying in the other video that it's not just the 7.5% inflation we're being told, or even 11% inflation, when not just housing prices, but everything that is foundational to existence in a fundamental way, such as the main ingredients in the construction of food, which brings us to the main ingredients in the construction of automobiles, such as plastics and metals. Those prices have also gone up a lot, and the price of new cars is going up, and therefore people are buying more used cars, and that's just bidding up the price on used cars, and so the price of used cars is going up. And so this is one of those things. Back in the day, when the price of certain expensive sports cars back in the early 80s started going into the multiple thousands, that was like, wow, that's a lot of money for just a car. But we justified it as saying, well, that's an expensive brand new sports car that, you know, millionaires, the they spend, you know, normal people, average people aren't going to be spending that money. But now here we are. They're saying that average cars, new, you know, average price is $30,000, $40,000. So here we are. But have salaries kept up to the same level that even the price of just cars and housing, at the rate that they've gone up, have salaries kept up? No, they haven't. The bottom line is that we've been living this lifestyle all along, and therefore when it came the last time in 2008, we didn't notice. I have said in the past, we didn't even notice when that was happening, because we had already arranged our life in such a way. And some people call it minimalism, and I started saying that I was talking to Angie on our way over here and saying, after she asked me how much gas I put in the car, it was $20 for the month, and I said, this is a form of minimalism, but it doesn't feel like minimalism. Right, Angie? And you had said...
I said it was voluntary minimalism. It's not bothering me.
It's because whenever we need to get in the car, we get in the car.
So
and
it's
like,
not minimalism to
it's
me.
just a habit to us, since we've done it all our lives,
Right.
to consolidate our trips. Like, we got in the car to go to the beach, but we stopped. We're going to stock up on some staples at the store, and so we naturally, it's just the way we've done things all our lives. There's no change. But for you, what you can get out of this video is that this is the kind of life you want to already be living because of certain uncertainties. And I know that in America, they have seemed so stable for so long, and then when things get turned upside down, all of a sudden it disrupts people's lives in such a way that it seems like a very difficult mountain to climb. But I'm telling you that we really need to take this kind of thinking all the way and say, there is a way to live your life in such a way that you really are living a prosperous, abundant life, and yet doing it in such a way that, and you can tell I don't like the word minimalistic or minimalism. You don't see me use that very much in videos, because it just has this connotation that you see online nowadays. You go look at a lot of these minimalism videos, there's forced minimalism and voluntary, like you said, Angie, minimalism. And there's a big, huge difference, and not to denigrate anybody that is forced into minimalism. I understand, look, we're with you, we feel you, but this is why we make this video, we're making this video, is to let people know in advance, look, you need to be planning for this kind of thing.
Well, I have to say that we went without a car for 10 years when we went abroad. So.
Well, we went without a car. Being abroad, it was easier to do, but there are some small towns that are small, central, and grid that lend themselves to bicycling and walking a lot, and I have friends that do that. But for the most part in America, it's a car culture. It's a lot easier to be without a car. But the compromise on this is to have that car, but use that car in a minimalistic way, and yet to where it does the heavy lifting when you need it to do the heavy lifting, and the rest of the time you don't worry about it. And just the whole picture, because I could sit here and talk about so much about this subject. I don't know how much our viewers want to hear on this, so let me know in the comments if you want me to make more videos, because I could say so much more. Gas prices are about to go insane, and we don't care. It's like a song. Gas prices are about to go insane, and we don't care. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'm sorry if this is a real sore point for you. I mean, excuse me if this is a real sore point for you. But, you know, some people, you need to understand, look, you've got to look at this thing rationally and say, there is such a way to set things up to where you pretty much, you are insulating yourself from the unknowns, a lot of the unknowns. You know, I mean, you try to insulate yourself from all the unknowns, but we do the best we can, and you know, leave the rest to God. And you know, our minimalistic use of the car allows us to work in our cubicle, whereas most people are looking for ways to eject from their cubicle. You might say, Frank, there's no cubicle. Cubicle means a square, 4 sides, and you'd be right. So I'm gonna call it a workstation. But you could say, no, Frank, I don't see a table, so it's not an actual station. Okay, on and on. Hope you got something out of that. Thanks for coming to the channel. Have a wonderful day.